Alright, y'all, let's start out with a prayer.
As per usual.
Sunday morning.
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us be here. Thank you for letting us be healthy. Thank you for continuing to progress our lives, continuing to see over everybody, watch over everybody's family, shower love amongst everyone, and allowing us to be healthy and prosperous. We thank you in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome back to the NSP podcast. I'm your host, Mackolous. I got with me 3D, Shay Monya, got Trelly, and my boy Zo. And we are the NSP podcast. Today's topic of discussion today, we have, would you rather have a gay son or a thot daughter?
Sheesh.
I'm going to open it up. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all thought process is going through this.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather have a thot daughter. I'm sorry.
Dang.
I'd rather have a gay son.
Well, which one is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a gay son. It's a gay son.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because working in the school system, you see so many, I'm just say lost souls at a young age, and like young girls that's really like lost, like who think they know everything or swear they know everything or whatever, and they've been through a lot, and that hurts me because like. My grandparents, grandmother, like I respect women to the fullest, so I like it's even better when women respect themselves more, you feel what I'm saying? So I feel like I could put up with gay son and his beliefs and whatever he believes in, rather than my daughter out here just popping it for popping properly. Whatever we will do.
Pussy
popping properly. No, I can't have that. I can't have that. And that's just me personally. I slept on that. Slept on it.
Gave it some thought.
I'll let y'all go ahead and answer first.
I put it out there that we appreciate both, you know. We ain't worried about whether you're gay or you're thot. We love you all the same, but I'm going to say gay son.
My glasses
I'm going to say gay son.
Okay.
You know, I can't deal with my daughter potentially out there just giving it to any and everybody out here sucking and fucking and behind dumpsters or whatever. I can't deal with that. You know, it's not me. So gay son all the way.
Renzo, you thinking something?
Nah. I'm just I'm thinking. I think the old me would definitely say I'd rather have a thot daughter, but now that I'm like older and mature enough to accept everybody's sexuality and not feel weird, it'll take a lot of motherfucking getting used to.
For sure.
That's the only thing, just my mental. I would just have to get used to it. But I would choose a gay son. Yeah. Cold-heartedly, I pray to God. You know, of course, I want my son to be straight. But if he comes out that way and he chooses to go that route at a I would think a mature enough age that I'll be able to accept it. That's different, because I think that's where the levels come to it, like where you got to be mature enough to make that decision. Like I don't agree with this, like D-Wade shit and stuff like that. Not no 12, 13. I think we can sit down and have a real conversation. I don't personally agree with it as a parent. So, but yeah, I'd rather have a gay son than a thot daughter when I think about it, because this a little, your daughter getting power drives, that sounds crazy.
I'm here for the maturity. Proud of you.
Yeah. I think that's maturity coming. But it'll be a hard fucking decision. Cause like, yo, just imagine your son coming to you and be like, yo, like, I think I like men.
The hell wrong with you? That'll be my first, but that's how I come. You feel what I'm saying? Cause it's like
your first initial response, like, who the fuck taught you this shit?
Your great granddaddy, your granddaddy, and your granddaddy, and me. We don't. Where did it go wrong with you?
You don't never know. You don't know the great daddy. You never know.
Well, listen. I just feel like it might be my initial response. Like, whoa, but If it's reasonable age. That's number one.
Maturity, reasonable age, maturity. If you show me you mature enough and you developed enough, then be like, all right, I just gotta get used to it. Like I really would have to get fucking used to it. Cause like it came from your loins, but it's completely different.
I'd be fucked up for a minute. Respectfully.
I got a question piggybacking off that. Right. Go ahead, talk to us.
Why you gotta come to me?
Oh, let's go, Shay. Y'all the
Because
last two.
I called his name. No, because I ain't gonna lie. I want D to answer first because my answer has like an explanation, and I low-key feel like nobody really gave an explanation. Like I was thinking about this too. So D, you go.
I was thinking about it too, but go ahead.
Are you still thinking?
A little bit. So go ahead. No, I already know.
Look. Personally, I can understand why you picked our daughter if you're a heterosexual male. I can understand it. Like, I can understand it, but I'm personally, it's not just because I don't want to get canceled. It's just really immaturity. Like, I really think about it. Like, over the years, I've just grown to be understanding of the LGBTQ community.
Okay.
What?
Damn time.
Sound like he over here talking about an episode of Maury.
Nah. That's what it can come to.
What, your thought daughter?
Yeah. They can go to more.
You know what you
I
right,
done had
damn.
all these men.
So let me ask you a question. Is it levels to it when it comes to being gay? Like, what about transgender? Like, what if you want to start switching out his whole...
That's a different ballgame. Respectfully, that's a different
ballgame. Letter in the coalition. You done went from the G to the T.
Yeah.
But you still technically gay.
Not necessarily.
Why we trying to switch genders?
Not necessarily.
So you would call a transgender person that likes the opposite?
Let me give you an example.
But
wait a minute, let me make sure I'm saying his name correctly. Bruce Jenner was a straight man, right? Caitlyn Jenner is technically a lesbian because as either Bruce or Caitlyn, that person prefers women. So it's like...
But they ain't a lesbian gay?
But it is. But my point is that, like, I've heard of transgenders who...
Hold up. I don't
who still want the same thing.
No, okay, all right, but realistic.
Like, yeah, no, you're right. Caitlyn is gay. You're right, but that's not always how it goes.
Bruce Jenner, bitch.
So wait, time out, because I've never known this.
Did y'all watch Orange is the New Black?
Yeah, that's my shit.
Remember that transgender character?
Yeah, I get that, but
he still wanted to be with his wife.
Yeah, Bruce, Caitlyn, bitch. Caitlyn Bruce.
So technically, because you came,
but technically, if you still being gay, like you would be a lesbian.
You just confused yourself right at the end. We was following though.
But okay. No, okay. Y'all might have.
Yeah, technically you still gay.
But I can't think of an example. But I feel like it's.
Hold up. So hold time out.
So a man that hold up. Let me break it down. A man that wants to be a woman that likes a woman would technically be a lesbian. Because now you identify everything switches. But it's the same.
Yo, I'm feeling I'm like 10 steps behind right now. I'm still on the fact that I don't understand why you go from, again, no judgment or nothing. Why go from a man to a woman just to still like women?
That's a good fucking
question. Your everyday appearance. That's probably what it is.
Because there's a difference, and this is how I understand it.
Yeah, I thought transgenders wanted to be liked by the opposite, the sex that they like.
See, okay.
I mean the same sex, but
wait a
in
minute.
a better way.
Time out. Let's put it in perspective like this. D, you are a natural born man. I'm a natural born woman, right? You prefer females. I prefer men. If I decide to become a lesbian tomorrow, that doesn't mean I'm not a natural born female anymore. And my point in saying that is, just because you change your outward appearance, which is when we starting to talk about transgenders, does not mean that what you prefer has to be
change.
Different.
I'm not saying it has to change.
But he just don't understand the mindset of a transgender person wanting to still like the same sex. He don't understand that. We can't understand it. We will never understand that.
I'm not trying to understand it. But I'm just saying. It's kind of.
So what do you want me to break down?
No, I wasn't saying break it down.
I ain't got to answer, Sway.
I'm just saying it's confusing. Like, if you still wanted to like women, why you want to be a woman now? Like, I mean, I understand maybe you didn't feel right in your man body, whatever the case is. No judgment here, but I just don't understand it. Like, if you want I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm just shut the fuck up.
I really don't. That would be a good
So,
fucking
yeah.
question to ask somebody that's transgender that likes the same sex.
What's
or-
the question?
Basically,
Why do you want to be a woman if you love women? Like,
So
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
Why does
listen.
you loving women mean that you can't?
cause
be
sex.
one?
I mean, when I'm thinking
That's what
sexually,
I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
You
I'm
wanna
saying
be a
thinking
woman,
sexually. You thinking sexually.
but you love, you want to still do.
are a man,
Eventually, you
like
want to have
said.
sex, right?
Right.
So how the fuck you want to switch your body, get everything taken off, but still, what you want to scissor
Okay,
now?
so that's
Bro,
a
had titties in the
transsexual.
woods, huh?
Well, both. I mean,
No, but there's a difference. If I tell myself tomorrow that I'm gonna be a
Folks titties in
man,
the
that
woods.
doesn't mean I'm about to go get a penis.
okay, but what? But think
Four
of it as
titties
a
in the
man.
woods.
No, real shit. This is a real. It's a
you're
real
right.
serious
You know
topic.
what I'm saying?
Nah,
But
Like,
think of it as a man.
I get it.
I want to be a woman.
that don't mean
I
you ain't
changed.
gonna
I
get a
changed.
vagina.
But why do I want to be a woman? That's the real. That's what makes a woman, a vagina.
But okay, that's fine.
That's a
but,
fact.
But you talking about
Someone-
organs and like biology. For
Biology?
them, I mean your makeup and whatnot. For them or whatever. For them, it's more mental, I think. And so what I mean by that is, like, okay, again, I'm a woman, so I'm used to being aroused in a female's way, right? If I tell myself tomorrow I want to be a man, I still only know one way in my brain to be aroused. I don't know what it's like to have an erection because
So-
I ain't never had a penis.
So you get a
At
wood
that point, if you
attached.
changing?
Yeah, you get a wood attached.
But you don't have to get a wood attached
you want
to be
your-
considered a transgender.
So-
You thinking of a transsexual when you mixing parts and switching out
We
organs.
getting completely off topic.
No, it's really not. It's really not off topic because it's in the conversation of what you would have to deal with.
When you open
this
the
is
door
all you gotta
to
deal
a
with.
If I'm
son
picking a gay son,
Yeah.
and
this-
my gay son eventually wants to be transgender.
Well, that's a tough.
And to be
So
clear,
now you really got to think about it. Do you really want the thought daughter? She gonna be
that you
thought.
don't have to. We understand that
She gonna be thought, but
not
you might don't gotta
trans.
deal with all of
There's
this.
a difference.
So it might be a conversation that
At least
it might,
not me.
niggas opinions might
because
change.
it's starting a
These
time
discussions.
period.
Thought now is accepted. Fuck
But-
that.
but-
That shit is very accepted.
But like if we going off thoughting,
Shit. On this social media area, thoughting is accepted.
Right, but-
everybody named mother got OnlyFans
But
popping
see,
pussy
you know
like
what?
it's
That is
nothing.
facts.
I think accepted is a loose term, and let me
Fuck
tell you
no.
why. No, let me tell you why. Because I was
Just because
thinking
we don't
about
accept
this.
it, don't mean the majority of society don't.
I was thinking about this morning. You have respectable women, right? And then we got thoughts. Cool. Now,
God dang.
no, cause let's just break it down
raise
like
my
that
hand
for
for this
a
question.
second.
Respectable women.
Now, if you on your timeline and you scrolling through the gram, don't get me wrong, you are probably more likely to double tap that picture that who poking out her ass and whatever. But even though you smash that like bucket and button and you might want to smash in real life, I'm sure that's not who you taking home to your mother. That's not who you ready to marry.
Let me ask
So it's not quite so accepted because, like, yeah, you want to get with shorty, but at the end of the day, this not the one you ready to make your prize fish.
Just 'cause
This
you-
not your
hold on.
winner. This not your wife.
just because you accept something, I mean, personally, don't mean I'm talking about society views. Just because you accept it, don't mean you gotta take it home with you. I accept people doing what they do. Back then, like I'm saying, right now,
But would you accept your thought daughter poking her ass out on the gram and bringing home 5 boyfriends at one
Fuck
time?
no. But then again, to before we get too far
No,
off
I
topic,
wouldn't
to go
accept
back to your
nothing.
theory about
I don't think this shit would. I wouldn't. Person, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
go back to your theory about the whole bringing her home to your mother type shit. In this day and age, how many people are actually doing that shit though?
What? Bring a host to their mother?
No,
I mean,
bringing
you could
home,
clean
bringing
her up and make her
somebody
look like
home
something,
to your
and she can still
No,
smile and
I'm
say
not
hi,
talking
Miss
about. I'm
Lynn.
not saying hoes. I'm talking about bringing
I
something
just gotta
home
ask-
to their mother,
I want to ask
regardless.
one.
Like bringing something
after
home.
you answer that, but I just want to ask this: like, do we consider being like an OnlyFans chick and just showing your pussy to the world? Like, is that a thought? Nah.
Nah,
Okay, let me ask you
No,
this.
I-
If
I
it's
feel
not
like
a
it's-
thought,
I'm asking y'all.
what
I
is
feel
it?
like a thought.
That's my
What's
point.
the alternative to it?
I
is
feel
what
like
wanna know.
I feel like a thought is action.
A nudist.
it is a fucking action. What is
No.
Just because you're a nudist don't mean everybody need to see
I
it.
thought it's
You
an
could be a
action
nudist
with
in your
another
house.
dude.
and
Shit,
that's
I
what
mean,
it
that's
is.
what I'm
house.
saying.
So
I walk around like
boom,
ass
like she
nigga.
could,
But a nudist in your house.
She can post it on the gram,
Wait,
post
you
it on the
never seen
media.
Oh, all right, hold on.
And as a teaser, you feel what I'm saying? That's how she get her money. That's how she arousing other people. But if it ain't no action behind those posts, you feel what I'm saying? It's all teasing.
So would you accept your daughter doing OnlyFans?
He's
If she ain't giving no action, if she ain't giving no action in real life,
What do you mean?
He said a thought is a person with action. They gotta do it towards another person.
right?
So she getting fucked on OnlyFans?
No, that's no. See, no.
What are you talking about?
Because what I think he's trying to tee and tell
Oh, she just pleasure herself on the camera?
Right. Is that the difference?
That's what wouldn't make her a
Correct.
thought.
So that would make you go, yo, you see?
Wait, so are you saying she's not a thought if she's pleasuring herself on camera?
Right, because she not giving it to different men.
The only way she is
Different
fuck
men.
out.
Hey,
Time out.
feel me?
Damn
You
it,
fucking
let's
lying.
go find
That's how I feel.
T.
That's how I
The
feel.
only way
T.
she basically
Hell no.
she a thought is if she fucking
Yeah,
everybody,
she
basically.
fucking everybody. Respect her.
Hell
Okay, fine.
no.
Yo, let me see my motherfucking niece. I got OnlyFans.
We gonna
Nigga,
beat
I'm-
this shit out,
Yo,
G.
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Slowest show in the world. Just wait a minute. T, let me ask you this.
I'm playing.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yo, I swear to God.
Cause damn it, I'm gonna feel like I
Don't
took
pull it
Ella's on. Like damn it, she ain't come stay at my house enough weekends. Why the hell is this okay?
Woo!
T.
Yo, that just made me laugh
Because
my stomach.
here's why I'm gonna ask this question. Because I think a lot of people would agree with T. If you're not legit being penetrated by all these different niggas, then you kind of still clean. Here's my question to you though.
That's funny.
That's fact.
Cause don't get me wrong, what you do behind closed doors
She's
in
sterilizing the
your house,
dildos.
what you do behind closed doors in your house
Rose
is
Toys.
your business.
But that's not behind closed doors in your house
But
no more.
if you're showing it to the world, what else would you call it? Just cause can't every nigga around the corner say I hit that? But
Can't
they
any
all
nigga
know
say
what
they
it
hit
look
that.
Like, so what do you call it?
Facts.
What would we call Kim Kardashian? Cause can't everybody say they hit that? But we all know what them titties look like and that vagina.
Perfect. Bag,
That's
though.
a perfect situation. It was, I don't know how real it was, but it was a little situation.
That's what I'm saying. Some females
they,
take a hold.
When they were saying that one of the little daughters found her, it was an advertisement for one of Kim Kardashian's sex tapes online.
Her
while
son
she was,
found it.
Yeah, man.
But what I'm
son
saying
did.
Going through that shit.
That's
couldn't
why I
imagine
say
going
it's
through no shit like that,
accepted.
bro.
Because of people like that. Like, being a hoe can get you somewhere in life sometimes. Bro. Like, realistically, being a hoe can get you.
Because
a lot of
tape on his iPad.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of people accept it. This is the best way to explain it. A lot of people accept it in the dark. If you get what I'm saying, like a lot of pervert niggas is freak niggas is not exposing themselves to the world. They want to accept it on their privacy time, obviously.
In your house.
In your house.
Behind closed doors.
Exactly.
You minding your
But that
business.
person has the courage enough to be a hoe on camera or do nasty shit on camera. That's why it's accepted in privacy, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, we know we got some freak ways that niggas don't know at this table. And other people do as well. So that's why I say it's more accepted in privacy. That's a better way to put it.
Some people can put it like being gay in private is more acceptable.
Sure no.
They could.
So that's where I actually kind of feel like it gets kind of sad for the LGBT community because the idea that, oh, I can deal with you being gay if that's something you do in the privacy of your house. Like, if it's all right for me to kiss my boyfriend outside, why can't everybody have like that freedom?
I see that? How you gonna accept your gay son, dog?
This might sound wild. I want to let niggas viewer discretion advised. This might sound crazy, but if my son is gay, I hope he's not the one getting penetrated.
I think all men would agree with you. You would rather
But
be the top than the
so hold
bottom.
on.
What the fuck?
See, eventually, don't
That's what it's called.
Pause.
That's
No,
what
I
it's
get it. I'm
called.
saying that just
What the
random
fuck?
ass thought just go right. Exactly.
I just that'll fuck me up more if he the bottom, cause it's like, damn, you are.
Hold on, don't
you
disrespect.
already
No,
gay.
not even dive that deep into this type of topic. But you don't think it happened to both of them?
No, Slim.
I mean, ain't that a
I need my son to be the dominant alpha in that motherfucker. So respectfully,
So
bro.
as long as he out for
Yo,
he can
we got them G's, bro. So you gotta be the top dog. If you, like, I'm already accepting the fact that you it might sound crazy, bro, but I'm dead ass serious, bro, because that shit gonna hurt me as a man. Like, damn, I failed. Like, where I go wrong at, Slim? Where I go wrong at? Like, I'm already accepting you. Like, you on the bottom? Come on, son. I can't have it, bro. Oh shit, it hurt me, bro.
Chauncey is crying.
Bro, Yo, I'm serious, bro. I'ma tear up, bro.
Yo, he's dead.
I'm dead ass serious, bro.
T is
I'm
tearing
dead
up.
if I, oh my god.
Oh my Lord, T is crying, y'all. Oh my God. Episode 33, we got T to cry. Poor baby.
I'm serious, bro. I'm dead ass serious, bro. That's the only thing. That'd be my only thing, bro. Don't be the bottom.
No, I'm crying from laughter.
And that's it. We can work everything out, boy. You don't want to. We can work everything else out as time
Bro, he
goes,
dead ass.
But I can't. I won't be able to put up with this shit.
I think a lot of men feel like that though. But you know what? Let me say this. Let me say this. Because being the bottom doesn't have to mean what I think you think it means. Because
being a submissive one.
Hell no, I'm not having that either.
See, let me tell you what I think. And I really need to watch my words because I don't want to use terms. But I think when we think of a gay man, you don't picture somebody like
Flamboyant, right?
no, you don't picture somebody like. Let's just say like a Idris Elba, like a Denzel. You don't see like a man.
He don't got that feminine. He don't got that
when
like
you
you can't see
gay
it.
man in your mind.
Right,
You're thinking of somebody who has the potential to look like RuPaul.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And that is what could make a man
you
feel like,
cross-dressing
no, not my
So
son.
you definitely can't have a transgender son.
That's a different
So you must be
conversation.
choosing the thought daughter.
No, wait, listen.
Yo, you sound
You
like
are
you
sounding like you was
Real
This
shit.
shit is hard, bro. Y'all said this. They don't even. Bro, this shit is hard, bro. I'm trying to give y'all the mature right answers of what the fuck I believe in, but the deeper you get into this shit, it's like, hold up now. It's always a turn at a wait, time out. It's some shit we gotta work on, and I'm trying to accept it. But the RuPaul dressing, I can't do all that, bro.
And don't get me wrong, no. When I said RuPaul, I didn't necessarily mean
no. You meant
dressing.
like the dress queens, the drag queens. Yeah, no.
But you don't gotta be a drag queen because that's extreme.
So you want your son to look like your son, but gay?
Yeah, if he gay, that's cool. Like, wait, you can't even tell he gay.
You
rather that?
You want your son
I don't want
So you
no
don't want-
makeup. I ain't doing all the makeup, the wigs, and all that.
But let the nigga live his life,
No,
bro.
we know that's what he
You
want
want
to
your
do.
son to, I think that's what they call trade. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Let her know. I don't know
But
what fuck
think-
shit called.
I
But
think that's what they call a trade.
but if that's how he want to cool, I
So
would
you want
cool.
like a visibly in the closet gay son.
That's what it
If he
sounds
want
like.
to come out, if he comes
You
out,
want a visibly heterosexual son, to be clear.
I don't want.
You don't
I want a
want-
straight son.
Yeah,
Let's make that
heterosexual, yeah.
clear.
You don't want nothing that looks
Yeah, we can't.
different
No
than what the
heels.
world
Basically, that's
Then
what-
you might as well
Like-
accept the thought daughter.
You got the
bro.
thought daughter
Facts.
there, my boy.
Because pretty much what you're saying is
Because if your son come to you and say, "Daddy, I'm gay," it's not for you to dictate
You
the
right.
way he's allowed to be gay.
You 100% right.
You better
basically you
put some
saying
bass in your voice
you
and put
only
on a shirt
okay-
that comes all the way down to like no.
Well, think about it though.
If
No
he
real
come
shit.
downstairs in a
That's
crop
I
top
might-
and some
I don't know,
lip
we might
gloss,
switch our answers
Daddy,
too.
you better
Lip
steal
gloss.
my book.
Cause no. Now I think about it though.
Did y'all see Best Man Holiday? They forced
Bang
that
Rang?
thing down. No, you
Think about it though.
Holiday
Like, this
Heart.
some real. That's a real opinion. I ain't even think about it. Hoes always, sometimes, some say sometimes, majority of them get out of their whole phase eventually. Your
what they
son
try
gonna be
to
gay
see.
and whatever decision he make for the rest of his life.
Prostitute.
Jesus.
So think about that too.
That's
Like he might be a transgender the rest of your life. That's who, you know what I mean.
I
You might
think
have to accept
eventually it's
But
gonna.
you
I
don't
want to
have to
accept
be
that.
trans to be
Even
gay.
yeah,
I'm not
sure.
saying that, but it
For
could
sure.
get all the way
If I
to
said-
that
yeah.
far. That's what I'm trying to
But
get
that
okay,
deep.
no, here's what I'm trying to make sure you understand. Literally, the T and the G are two different letters. You can be
Yeah,
a gay
y'all
man and never want to look like a woman ever.
I get what you're trying to say.
Okay.
But as a heterosexual male, if
Yeah.
you're involved in that, you're technically gay to us. Like if you're involved in the LGBTQ community, whatever you are, transgender, gay, queer,
Bi,
you're
whichever.
technically gay to a heterosexual
Males
man.
can't be bi. Go ahead.
Usually,
That's
like
what's
you're
up,
that's where it starts being
Why you
gay.
dropped the pen? You disagree?
You know what I'm saying?
You disagree
What?
that men can't be bi?
Nah, I do disagree with that, but it's
No, they can be bi, but they're still gay.
yeah, but it's not even. That's not what I. It was
So
just
well,
true.
which one is
Society-wise.
it?
No, what in
Two
our
different
eyes,
things. Again,
it's
you either
it's.
the G or the B.
But
And it
that's what I'm
sound
saying.
like y'all
You want
don't
to
believe the
no
B for men.
You want to
I
break
don't.
it down technically
don't.
for a heterosexual male.
basically he trying to say
It's like a
it's
broad
for men to
thing.
be
Once you
bi
get
because
gay,
it's
you can
only-
decide all that shit you want to be. But you step to the gay level for a heterosexual.
Basically what they say. Y'all
Stop,
would
don't
never
fuck-
see us as bi.
Right.
If we went back,
It's one way.
You right.
it's only
Exactly.
One way. It's only
I would
one
never
way.
see another. I would never see another.
You'll never see
If
us going back.
if he told me he was gay,
You know what?
if he told me he was bi, he tried to come back.
That was the
that
life.
nigga's gay.
That was the
Me,
life.
I got it. Because
You're
to a
officially gay.
heterosexual woman,
No.
that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw. I know you
Heterosexual
saw it, Chauncey, because you and your girl put me onto it. On that first season of Love Is Blind, they had a man and a woman.
Yeah.
who were
Oh yeah.
dating.
He
Yeah,
claimed he
And
was
he
bi and
came
shit.
out and he was like, I'm bi.
Exactly what I'm
Fuck out of
talking
here.
about.
Yeah.
Eventually, she gave that ring back because, yeah, to
That
a
episode.
straight woman,
No, you can't
a
be
straight
bi. That don't
woman
make
who
sense.
never look at a bisexual man and
Yeah, right.
see a potential
Bro.
dating mate.
I
That
know
nigga's
as
gay.
a woman for y'all,
You can't
your
like what
husband
I
cheating on
like.
you with another man, bro, you gonna feel crazy.
I gotta go.
And he was the bottom.
No, don't
You
do
gonna
that.
feel
Don't
crazy.
Now I really gotta
You
go.
gonna feel crazy.
Even on Sisters, y'all, do y'all watch Sisters?
No.
Anybody?
No.
There's this character on Sisters, and I don't know why they pushing this narrative so hard, because they are really trying to make us believe
That the
this
Tyler
nigga
Perry
is
show?
straight. But he is like into a lot of things that please women sexually, and it's just like
But he don't like
is
women.
swear up and down he's straight. He's only attracted to women on the show, but his character was raised by two gay dads, so he does have a different perspective, a different outlook, a different experience. But because of this, like, for example, the first time him and his girl were like about to have sex on, he had on like lace panties.
What?
Oh fuck no.
And like and he didn't understand why she just stopped. Like, what's wrong? Like, I don't see the issue here.
What? Nigga, what? What the
More
hell?
things happened, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But the point is,
See,
like,
shit like that. That's slang. You can't come back from
and
that.
don't get me wrong, because
gay.
the woman kept saying,
So-
she was having an internal
The
battle
fuck?
because she like, I can't date a man who likes what I like. So I get what
Yeah,
y'all saying
that's
about
the
a
point, that's the
woman
point, that's the
can't be with a
wasting time.
Well, not can't, but it's very unlikely.
I have
would
yet
say.
to hear this nigga answer. I'm waiting to hear answer. You haven't yet to say it.
What answer?
Gay daughter? I mean, gay son or
daughter.
daughter?
I was,
Neither one of y'all did it, did you?
Nah, because that's
I'm
why I
trying
said,
to go
bro,
back.
because we've been going like way off track.
But it's making sense though. It's not off track.
It's
It's
giving
literally
you
in the
the
what the
pinpoints
shit
of
you might
the
have to go
shit.
through if you choose one of these options. Literally. So break it down, motherfucker. Which one would you accept? Popping pussy on the gram, or
Sucking dick.
rape RuPaul?
Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ.
But which one could you accept more than the other?
Oh shit.
Which one could I accept more than the other? Definitely.
Yeah, if somebody came and said, yo, I seen your son doing this, or I seen your daughter doing that, which one could you accept?
Fuck you mean? You was
That's what I'm saying. When you break it down like that, that's like, cause either way, it's like you exposing my kids. Regardless, either it's my son
Your
or my
son got
daughter.
caught sucking dick in the goddamn hallway,
That's what I'm
cuz.
saying. And either, like,
Or your daughter got caught fucking in the stairwell, cuz. Which one
either
sound
way,
like?
my kids getting exposed. Like that's how. Like that's.
You're right.
Either
But
way,
which one
you
could you?
shit on my
Which
kids.
one could you live with?
But when it comes to like, I would.
lose, bro.
It is a lose.
There's a lose. You got. Which loss would you take more? Which loss could you bounce back
choose a
from?
gay son. I would have to choose a gay son, only just because of the fact that like,
Damn.
I have.
I think about it. That's gonna be crazy. God, man, that shit
I
gonna run
have
a family.
listen, I got so
Nah.
much
Just
respect.
because you
Stop,
don't
stay
mean
in the
you
house.
speaking it over.
No, I'm saying.
Staying in the house.
But yo, what that shit spread around the family?
Don't bring that nigga outside.
What would
suck
you
a dick
rather have,
when?
Mac?
Oh, I said it. Gay son.
You did say that.
He did say gay son.
You did say that.
I mean, like I got gay cousins,
I
and
don't. Well, nah, I know of.
That you don't know of. Remember
Right.
that.
exactly.
Niggas, some niggas are down though. They say like 1 out of 7 men is gay and niggas
Wait,
don't
what's
like
that
it.
statistic?
1 out of 7.
Oh,
That's crazy, right?
wow.
But yeah, like I got
this some gay shit.
gay cousins, and we can accept them. I'm not gonna say.
Damn.
We can
Accept him.
I mean, I'm not gonna say
He
we
passed
can
that
accept. We can
qualification.
accept them. Like I'm not gonna judge them for what they do in their bedrooms, what they do in their life. I'm not. That's cool. But it's a difference when it's like, okay, you live in your life because you live in your life the way you decide to, with whoever you want to love, whoever you want to be with. Cool. Rather than you just out here just fucking. Like just doing whatever the fuck you want to do, whenever the fuck you want to do it, however you want to do it, with whoever you want to do it, as many like that's just like hearing like imagine like imagine you scrolling and you see your daughter and 5 niggas. Like how you gonna feel about
First
that?
of all, that don't stop your son from being a gay thought.
All right, see,
started
now
that.
that's when you draw the line. That C right there, at that point,
Niggas be
at
pushing
that
it, bro.
point, yeah, yo,
Too much
that
at
point-
once, bro. Like,
Yo, at
they
that
already
point-
trying to accept.
At that
But
point,
you-
bro, I don't
you
know
hear
what
me
I'm
there,
gonna
man?
do.
They
I
get
don't know. Yo, I
You
might
the
got
bottom of the bottom.
Yo, I might got. I might got. I can't show my face.
I gotta
I
start
can't show
over,
my face in the
bro.
world no more. I gotta disconnect from society, bro. Like,
This shit gonna take a lot of therapy.
you know what, bro?
A lot of blunt blowing. Cause I'm gonna tell you something.
That's real shit. It don't stop that.
No, bro.
Y'all want a proper gay son? He could be a gay thot too.
Give me the
Yo,
thought though if
see.
you doing all that. I can take
Dead ass.
Give me the thought
Dead ass.
Dead
ass.
ass.
If it's gonna be all that, just give me the thought though. Me and your mother, we can work. But
how-
you gonna- I just-
Alright. That was a real shit though, right?
You right.
Yo, stop
That
yourself.
one, I can't do. I'm
He
sorry.
don't be in the
I
gay thought.
apologize. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
But see,
I-
your,
I-
So you want the thought
see,
daughter?
your
If that's the case, fuck yeah.
but your thought daughter can get pregnant.
Fuck
A
it,
lot
I'm be a
of times. What y'all
grandpappy.
feel
Y'all
about
don't
that?
know who the pappy
Y'all
is.
don't know who the pappy is. How
I'ma
y'all feel
accept
about
it.
that?
Fuck
But
it.
motherfucker, you ain't gonna do all that in my home. You gonna have to. You had to
Oh, yeah, facts.
See, I'm that type of parent. Like, you wanna be an adult? Go. Okay, I'm gonna support you. But you gonna be a fucking adult. Go about your motherfucking business. No real shit. I mean, I'm gonna support you from a distance, but you start to fuck my life up. You start to fuck my territory up, and I know I treated you different than this motherfucker.
Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, like
And that brings me to my answer.
that's why I don't think I would accept it. Go ahead.
Because one speaks more to the type of job I did as your parent
Yeah.
than the other. So if I had to choose, and don't get me wrong, I think I would agree it is kind of giving like lose-lose. Nobody really probably wants either. Unless you
Ain't no
do.
problem.
I mean, I don't really give a shit.
No, it's some motherfuckers that actually probably want a gay son.
It's
I
the
was about
people
to say,
that
like, if
raise
you're a
their
gay
kids to
man,
be
you
gay.
probably would be fine to have a gay child. But like as a heterosexual woman, I would, rather have heterosexual children. But yeah, and that's why I'm gonna go with the gay son every time because I have never met a gay person who cannot say I was born this way. That don't got nothing to do with the type of person you are, how smart you are, your character. The way I raised you is what I did. If you are a thought of a daughter, I did something wrong, and damn it, the whole world knows it. If you are a gay,
She just like the fuck.
but it,
I,
I
like
did something
respectfully
wrong.
though, if you just like to fuck and I don't know
because you're
about
not
it.
a respectable young woman, and I come from a long line of respectable women, so you not about to come from me.
But what I'm
Maybe
saying is this.
Maybe
it's
this
nothing
is
you
why.
did.
This
Maybe
is what
she
makes
just
me
a sex
flip flop
addict.
on both sides.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Respect
if
for
you
yourself.
fucking and you like and you ain't on camera, you ain't doing all that shit,
That means something.
And I don't know
got
about it.
exposed.
and I find out years later some shit like, yo, you had a whole ass daughter, yo. I could be like, all right, fuck it, she did what she did already. But if I knew it in that moment and you out here slutting and blutting,
That's fine, but a collection, really, this is gone.
Shit.
what?
A lot of word.
He said something like, oh, my daughter can find like her dad's collection, and that's how she could decide to become a thot.
No, I'm saying because she was basically saying she got exposed. If she's just like fucking, because like basically I'm saying maybe she just didn't get exposed and nothing's a bad parent. She's like she's just a sex addict. She like fucking. I'm like maybe she got into her father's stash or some shit like that.
And I said, who in this day and age has a stash?
Shit.
When you can go
It's so
on
easy to
one
go ahead. You don't need a
website and
stash.
just scroll and scroll
Shit,
and
go
scroll.
to Twitter.
Some of those old
That's what I'm
heads-
saying. You don't need to have a stash
Nah,
anymore.
It's some of those. It's some niggas
Twitter
that
is
like
the
who.
new porn.
It's
All
people
you
who
need
like.
is like one website.
But your
Twitter,
phone.
you don't need the damn
People's
website.
phone.
Twitter.
Yeah, I about to say.
Well, she got a
That's
phone, then hey.
Or you got like you don't think people like who are around our father's ages.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they still got stash. You mean granddaddy stash?
No, I'm saying, yeah, you think
Hello,
people like
long ass
our father's
pre-recorded
ages don't got
video.
no stash? They just pass down to their kids once they get to a certain age. I mean, I know.
want that.
I don't need it. I don't need it no more. The fuck, hell no. I keep my shit more private. The fuck I need DVDs for now.
Facts.
Insane.
Now let me ask y'all this, right? I just thought about the subtopic from all y'all talking. Now, what's worse, being pushed out into society, the LGBTQ community,
Shit, both is being
stuff,
accepted.
or the thottery that we see on a daily
What's
basis?
worse?
What's worse?
Because
Because you had
No,
to pick-
yo.
'cause you-
If I pick, no, what I'm saying, I would
Yeah,
probably pick the LGBT, the community, because they shit becoming like more sound like it's becoming real what am I trying to say? Political, yeah, like more political, and it's becoming more of
I
a.
understand your question. Dude.
Okay, all right. So
It's becoming toxic.
You had mentioned, right, that you didn't like in certain instances how they push on
the narrative.
The narrative, right?
Yeah.
So what's worse, the narrative of the LGBTQ community and being in media, or the image of thottery?
Oh, what's worse?
Oh,
That's what you asked.
I'm sorry.
I was saying it like on some shit where there's like,
I think.
it's more like their shit is getting very deep. Like it's becoming like a crisis.
Yeah, no, I get
hand.
what you was talking
You know
about.
what? Let me say this. If I'm thinking,
What he's saying is
Because I've heard people say they don't like it. They don't like this gay imagery, and like
Yeah.
being pushed on like
On,
to
like,
people and stuff.
see, but
But
that's the
like
thing.
we're pushing like thottery all the damn time. Like, so
Yeah.
what's
People-
worse?
See, I think people are looking at it because I mean, it just depends on
it's really
perspective.
like a double-edged sword, to be honest.
Facts. It's just because
It
it
could
depends on the perspective. Because I feel like in certain instances, you gotta think about us and our childhood and how we grew up. Because you can honestly say, like, I can honestly say at 10, 11, 12 years old, I was coming to my sexual self. I mean, like, being honest, I lost my virginity.
Shows to watch and turn the volume all the way
Like,
down.
real shit. Like, I lost my virginity in middle school. So, like, I like, and that around that age, like,
Fucker.
we all did.
like around that
Ninth
age,
grade.
you know,
Speak for yourself.
No, not you.
Please
All
say.
right, no, not
I
talking
was
about
a
as a
good
male. That's like
facts.
around the time you probably.
yeah, facts. But like around that time, like you starting to get into
I was not
into your sexual self and figuring out what you actually like. So for them putting it into like, because I see people talking about like they putting it into the cartoons and the shows and shit like that. I don't think it's trying to push it. I mean, and some people may think it is, but I don't think it's trying to push that shit on people. I think it's trying
create
to
awareness.
that and trying to make people
and start a conversation.
that, and also because of the fact that there are kids that young that kind of feel that way. There are kids 10, 11, 12 years old who are starting to feel like maybe they don't know what the fuck they feeling, but maybe if they see on this TV show and they see somebody else who are feeling something like that or are going through some of the same emotions or some of the same changes, maybe it might help them come into their own a little bit easier rather than they looking at it as somebody
So
who's
it's more
trying to-
innocent than
Exactly.
popping the
But they
pussy
looking at it
probably.
exactly-
Not probably be intentional.
Yeah, but a lot of people looking at it as like, okay, you putting all this gay shit in all these kids, you trying to force my kids to be gay.
Well,
I don't think that's
when
what
I
it
think
is.
about that
Yeah.
on the adult side though, because I don't know. Like I feel like it's worse because the younger generations like seeing a 25-year-old mother popping pussy like on social media. That's bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's worse.
Yeah, that's what makes it worse. But involving sexuality, a lot of motherfuckers was probably more scared or felt body shamed to do some shit. And now it's like, this is accepted way, way more than it used to be. So when you think about it on that side, I'd be like, all right, maybe. But then again, for the younger generation, I think the hoeing is definitely
I think
definitely worse.
To bounce off,
Because motherfuckers is 10, 11, 12 seeing all that shit easily.
that's what I'm
now.
saying. To bounce off what you're saying, like you said, the whole getting more, I mean, for lack of better words, building your confidence in your body to that type of shit, that is a good aspect of it. But I think it's starting to get to a point where it's starting to be a norm and it's like, it's starting to be like,
That's for anything though. When
a
any-
trend, and it's
start
not
getting used to
cool if you don't do it type shit. And that's why I feel like it's starting to go left, because it's starting to be like, okay, people making, I don't want to say making fun of you, but
People
like,
not making it their last resort no more. People will be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna pop pussy on OnlyFans or be a porn star, and I'm okay with
And
that.
it's not a secret. Like,
Yeah, it ain't a
Right,
secret
but
no
you
more
don't
because
feel
they feel
shame
less
behind
people
it.
less people is shaming them, and more people are supporting them. So
it's
I mean-
it's literally people who are posting their friends' OnlyFans links in their bio.
yeah, I'm gonna support y'all too. Find a way y'all niggas I'm gonna support you too. The fuck you mean? You want me not to support you?
Slang
Let
and
me tell you-
dang-a-lang.
Yeah,
Put
like-
your link on
I ain't
there.
committing a murder. It ain't a murder. It ain't
Let me
illegal.
tell you why
Hey, yo.
I think when it comes to the younger generation, it's a double-edged sword. Like it's overexposure in both realms.
Yes.
There are children's television shows where they are taking characters that we knew as kids
Yeah,
20
that's why I
years
don't
ago
Switching them up.
and making them have a sexual orientation. When we was children, fucking Teletubbies ain't have no sexual orientation.
That's the part.
You didn't know what Arthur, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they
they
ain't
done
showing it.
made Mr. Ratburn Gay, which is Arthur's teacher, they just said that Bert and Ernie have always been like in a gay relationship.
Try to say
each
Superman
other.
was gay or something. By some
they
shit.
said
They
Robin
took
was bisexual.
Velma off of Scooby Doo and made her lesbian.
bro.
Yo,
They
I
fuck-
watched
no,
that
alright,
shit.
listen.
That
I
shit
don't
crazy.
mind-
Y'all know how much I love Scooby Doo. That new motherfucking Velma show, fuck that shit. They just fuck Velma always. She's a lesbian. She's black. Shaggy's black. Scooby
I
Doo not
thought
even on the
she was,
motherfucking
like,
show.
Asian.
Like, come on, bro.
He not on the show.
Scooby Doo's not on the
Black.
show.
I thought Velma was like a Indian or something.
No, that's
He look like
Daphne
an
and some shit.
alcoholic.
Velma is no. Is she?
I think Velma's like Indian. Daphne's
So
like
she dark.
Yeah.
Shaggy is black.
They didn't fuck that show. They didn't
And
fuck all
Shaggy
the
not and
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby not even on it. But my point is, like, okay, here's the thing.
Nigga depressed.
I really feel like stuff like sexual orientation, even like your sexual preference, things like that shouldn't be like certain conversations you just don't want to expose to children too early because they don't have the mental capacity to handle certain types of conversations. So when you take childhood characters and you tell children, oh yeah, these two men live together, it's like, look,
Brainwashing. A little
you
bit.
doing too much. And it's no different than y'all having shows like Family Guy, which are animated, so kids think, oh, I can watch it, but then you see the parents having sex. Like, it's all too much. Y'all not letting kids be kids anymore because of everything you're trying to throw in the media. Now, don't get me wrong. Are they going to go out into the world and see it? Yes. And that's a conversation for them to have with their parents about what you just saw and what that means. But don't throw it at them. Give them a chance to be kids and not have these questions and not wonder and not think and confuse their own self.
So is that to say it should always be a heterosexual thing going on in these TV shows?
No, I think
Ooh.
basically what
No,
she's saying.
what I'm
Ooh.
saying is,
That's a good one, Nick.
It's true.
Sheesh, slippery slope. Slippery slope. Good fucking question, because I was thinking the same thing.
are you
Slippery
asking
slope.
me if I think it's wrong to keep making TV shows where kids
Strictly
have
straight.
a mom and a dad?
Strictly straight, yeah.
Yeah, do you think they should always be strictly a mom and dad? Always. Forever.
I think if this show is geared towards children like 8 and under, it's just, I ain't gonna lie, like, cause I'm thinking like as a
I ain't even gonna lie.
teacher, as like, it's just a lot. Like, I'm gonna have kids one day, like, that's a lot. Like, imagine a 3-year-old coming to you and saying something about having 2 dads. Now, okay, here's
he already got
where
2
it
dads?
wasn't too much, in my opinion. I didn't think this was too much. The Proud Family, they redid that. And if you ask me, that show is not really for children like 5 and under. Those
Maybe shit with my
characters,
crib.
when you move BB and CC to the side, Penny Proud is like a high schooler. She's a teenager. She's old enough to be sexually like into people. So the fact that this new character with Keke Palmer, they have 2 gay dads, that's fine for that age. I don't think that's inappropriate. But you telling Bert and Ernie, Sesame Street is for children who are learning their letters and numbers. You are like 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. Making these 2 characters gay, yes, I think that's inappropriate. But that's not to say that Rosie and Elmo need to be kissing just because that's a man and a woman. We don't need
introduce them
sexual
to nothing.
orientation at all in a show like that. We are just friends.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So no sexual orientation in it.
Yeah.
Between the ages of.
We don't even gotta
Blip and blip.
discuss that. And when you that small and
They
young.
just took the damn whatchamacallits off of Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. There's no more Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. It's just Potato Head.
That's because the people who want to refer to themselves as they don't want to have these.
That shit pissed me off. I want the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah, but you ain't going
That's
to
what I grew
petition
up
about
on,
that
damn.
shit like the LGBTQ community is. You ain't going to petition about that
Nah, I
shit.
mean, it's not that big of a deal.
So
That's
then
my
what-
point.
it's a big
not
of a
that
deal to
big of a It's a fucking toy, bro.
That's what.
But it's a big
for
of a deal to
children.
them.
And why can't these kids have
Fucking
a
Toy
Mr.
Story.
and a Mrs.?
Like,
Every other cartoon in the world,
Times have
most of the time
changed.
got a man and a woman.
Times are changing.
I'm just changing.
definitely is.
Society changing.
Just like
so
music.
With society changing, we gotta change.
Yeah.
We got to be more acceptable of what's going on in the world.
And we gotta prepare for some harsh conversations to have one day when we have kids.
For sure.
Because
Yes,
they're gonna come
indeed.
home with questions.
For sure.
And mommy gonna have some wine. 'Cause that's
more.
gonna be a long night.
I ain't gonna lie, this episode just flew. Like, it's just flowing. So, I ain't know we had any subtopics.
We did.
Jesus.
Well,
We pushed the hour.
I think so.
Audience, tell us what you think out there. Would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
And why?
And why? And please understand that although we joke, although we have our little comical moments, we accept and we love everybody.
Love you all.
Everybody of any
Indeed.
orientation
For sure.
and love.
Indeed.
Tell us what you think out there. And always remember to like, comment, and
Subscribe.
And tell a friend to tell a friend.
for
Yes,
sure.
Lord.
Baby D, take us out with the song of the day.
Oh, shit, I wasn't here for this
All right.
part.
Okay. Today we got 2 Live Crew, Hoochie Mama.
Hoochie Mama, get with that.
Hooray, who's your mama?
This nigga. This nigga.
Big booty hoes.
Fuck with it.